was a kid, my mom used to call me a teapot. Not the teapot you put your tea in, but the one you fill with other good stuff. And it's so full that if you tip it, nothing would actually come out. And that's how I feel sometimes. I remember when I was working in the hospital, we used to do this thing called a journal club. So someone would pick out a journal article and they would share about the key points and discuss how we can use it in a clinical practice scenario. So when it was my turn, I remember I chose this very awesome topic. I picked artificial intelligence and how to use AI in the rehabilitation program for neurological conditions like stroke and spinal cord injury. So I was really obsessed with AI back then. So I was really excited. I read this paper a few times, highlighted the bits I wanted to talk about it with yellow highlighter. And in my head, I planned out everything I wanted to say. First, second, the third, and so on. Rehearsed everything in my head. It came the day, everyone's sitting down, there were about 15 of us, and it was a casual thing, you know, everyone's eating lunch and chit-chatting, waiting for me to start. So I got my paper out, and the moment I opened my mouth, I realized, shit, I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. I realized to myself, I wasn't prepared because I never practiced this out loud. Everything was planned and prepared in my head. So nothing came out the way I wanted to, and it was a disaster. And that was one of those distinct moments in my life that I realized there was a missing link between what's going on in my head and what's coming out of me. And that's why I'm here, because I always knew there was a voice within myself, not in the psychotic way, if you know what I mean, but I just never had the confidence, the skills and the space to be able to express myself outwardly and eloquently. That's why I'm here. So I saw someone in this group doing a speech with words spelled backwards. And I thought I'd do something similar to that. I'd tell a little bit about myself backwards. So about 2 months ago, I spoke to my business mentor, Wayne. I said to Wayne, I'd like to improve my public speaking skills. What should I do? Wayne said, go join yourself a Toastmasters club. So I did. Backtrack 7 years prior to that, I just finished my uni degree. I studied physiotherapy in Charles Sturt University in Albury-Wodonga. And I just came to the big smoke. I was super excited. I was ready for a big career as a physio. Oh, and back then I was probably about this yay tall. Yeah. Backtrack 6 years prior to that, I was waiting in Tullamarine Airport with half a dozen international students from China. We were ready to be picked up by the school rep from Wodonga High and ready for a 3-hour journey to Wodonga. And back then I was probably about yay tall. So I didn't grow much over the years. 17 years prior to that, I was probably about, just kidding, I was tiny. In fact, you can probably hold me between your arms. And that, my friends, was where my story began. Thank you.